How's it going, guys? I'm Daniel and this is Dragoncrafts, and in today's video I'm going to talk about what I think of the ban list that has dropped during this weekend. But before I start this video, I really wish to apologize to you for taking so long to upload a video. The end of the year has been so chaotic, being busy, being sick, and some other issues. I didn't have much time to post a video, but here we are again. Hopefully I can do much more videos now, and let's just get started with today's video. So on the 20th of January the new ban list was in effect, and I must be honest with you, I was shocked when I saw this ban list. I didn't anticipate this kind of ban list. I thought this ban list would come in a later ban list, just before Master Rule 5. But yeah, Konami decided to drop the ban list like now. So I'm going to look card by card and give you my opinion, if I agree, if I don't agree with this card band, or whatever there is to say about every card. So the first card to talk about is Orcust Harp Horror. It doesn't matter if I agree or not with this card being banned, because if it was for me to really stop the Orcust engine, I would have banned Orchestrated Babel instead of Orcust Harp Horror. But Konami decided to ban Orcust Harp Horror. It's not bad really, because the Orcust engine is still in effect, it's still effective, it's still powerful. And yeah, there was another card that was listed on this ban list that will also, I think it will make Orcust even dangerous than they were before. But that will go and go on. So Orcust Harp Horror, I don't know. Banned, not banned, really doesn't matter. Like I already said, if there was a card that had to be banned for Orcust to be stopped, would have been Orchestrated Babel. The second card on the list is Thunder Dragon Colossus, and I have to admit to you guys, I don't agree with this banning of Thunder Dragon Colossus. I would have preferred Colossus being limited instead of banned, because most of the Thunder Dragon's strategy has been killed off. Thunder Dragon Colossus serves also a lot for the deck. So yeah, I mean, it couldn't stay at 3. Something had to be done. For my opinion, this card has to get limited, but I think banned was a bit too harsh for Thunder Dragon players. True, they still have Thunder Dragon Titan to go for, because like 3200 attack, it's a powerful beat stick, can protect itself, also destroy a card even during your opponent's turn. So yeah, Thunder Dragon Titan is very powerful, but the main key of the deck was Thunder Dragon Colossus, and this will affect a lot the Thunder Dragon player. So yeah, I don't agree with this card being banned. Next is Heavymetalfoes Electrumite. Well, surely this will put a gem in the pendulum strategy. However, I've already seen videos that Heavymetalfoes Electrumite really did not affect that much the pendulum deck. True, it might have slowed it down a bit, but the end result for pendulums will remain the same nevertheless. Do I agree or not? Quite frankly, I think Heavymetalfoes Electrumite was fine at 1. Next we have Imp the World, Chalice, Justiciar. Now, yeah, I kind of agree with this card being banned, because Imp would enable a lot of combos to go through. You just need to summon her and go for a World Legacy card. There are a lot of World Legacy cards to choose from. Most commonly used would be either World Legacy Monstrosity or World Legacy Guard Dragon. depending on which deck it's being played in. Yeah, it's about time for this card also to go to enable even more strategies to flourish. Next is Tempest Magician. Yes, I agree with Tempest Magician being banned because Tempest Magician was one of those cards that would enable NFTK. So there's not much more to say, I just agree with this completely. So yeah, Tempest Magician definitely banned. Also, definitely I agree with Outer Entity Azathot. Outer Entity Azathot does not provide an FTK, but it won't let your opponent play. Basically, your opponent can't play Yu-Gi-Oh! So, yes, I do agree with this card being banned. The next card is Salamangreat Miragestallio. No, I don't agree that this card was banned. I think it should have been left as it is. When Salamangreat Gazelle and Salamangreat Circle were limited, the deck lost a lot of its power, and Miragestallio kept the deck playable basically. So yeah, I see no reason why this deck should have been killed by banning Salamangreat Miragestallio. True, Konami might want to see more decks in the future, more variety. If that's the reason, yes, I would agree. But personally, I think Miragestallio was fine. And even the Salamangreat deck, I mean, it wasn't that much overpowered after the limiting of Gazelle and Circuit. Next we have Brilliant Fusion, and honestly, I really don't know why Brilliant Fusion is even banned. I would agree with it when it was limited because it enables some quick plays, but honestly I don't know what's the reason why Brilliant Fusion is banned. If you have any idea of why this card was banned, maybe to prevent some FTKs or whatever, please let me know in the comment section below, because from my side I really don't know why Brilliant Fusion is even here. Next is Sky Striker Mobilize Engage. Now, I think many players were shocked to see Engage banned. I was shocked as well. I never thought this card would be banned because, for my perspective, Sky Striker Mobilize Engage, I think the best position for it is to be limited. So what Konami did is literally they killed the Sky Striker deck. If Konami really wanted to keep the Sky Striker deck still alive, they banned Engage, but Widow Anchor is still at 1. I think at least Widow Anchor should have gone at 2 instead of 1, but that's Konami, they decide. Quite frankly, I don't agree with this card being banned. I would have agreed if it would have been limited. And so these are the cards that are banned. The limited cards now, we have Danger Nessie. Yes, I could agree with this card being limited. Danger Nessie serves as a search card in the deck, the Danger strategy. So yeah, I think limited would be fine. Next we have Dinowrestler Pankratops. Okay, this is a side deck card. I don't know why Konami decided to limit this card. True, this is a powerful card and very versatile, but I think limited, I think it should have stayed at 3 as it was. Then we have Servant of Endymion. Again, this helps a lot in the pendulum strategy, but yes, I would agree with this card being limited. The way this card was used, it's easy to put spell counters on the field, and to summon an Endymion, the Mighty Master of Magic, was too easy for the deck. So Konami decided to slow down that a bit as well. And yes, I agree also as well with this card being limited. Next, off the ban list, now it's not banned anymore, is True King Lithosagym the Disaster. And yes, this is good news for dinosaur players because this card was very central in dinosaur strategies. It helps the deck a lot, and yeah, maybe we'll see a resurgence in dinosaur decks in the near future. Win low. So yes, I agree with this card being limited now. So it's nice once in a while to see a card that is not banned anymore. Next is Card of Demise, and Card of Demise also, yeah, it's a very powerful card indeed. I think limited would be good, even it was very much used in true Draco decks. So yeah, Konami decided to attack also the true Draco decks. Continuing with this attack, we have Dragonic Diagram, which is also now limited. Yes, I would agree as well with this card being limited. Dragonic Diagram searches easily, apart from destroying cards, even from your hand. Lots of decks can benefit from this. So yeah, I would agree with this card being now limited. Also limited is Into the Void. I could argue with this, but I think, yeah, it should be limited. We already have Upstart Goblin, which is a free draw card. I mean, giving 1000 life points to your opponent is nothing today. Into the Void, what it has, just tells you draw one card during the end phase, discard your hand. But if you have a deck ready that you won't have any more cards in your hand, or cards that can work well in the graveyard, yeah, Into the Void will be a lot of advantage. So I agree with Into the Void being limited. And also of the balance we have Pot of Avarice. I don't think it will have a huge effect on this meta. Pot of Avarice is a draw 2 card. All you need to do is shuffle 5 monsters in your graveyard back into your deck. There might be some decks that could play this card very well, but yeah, I think limited is fine. I don't think it will affect the meta that much moving forward. Next we have Sakuras Light. No, I don't agree with this card being limited. I think it should have remained as it was, because to play this card, basically you need to play a deck with all monsters. And sometimes having nothing but monsters is hard to play. True, there are decks like Burning Abyss, which they play a lot of monsters. But yeah, I think it's a bit too quick to put this card as limited. That's my opinion. Agree or not, let me know in the comment section below. But yeah, I don't agree that this card should be limited as of now. Also, I don't agree with Red Reboot being limited. This card was also a side deck card, and it helps to counter a lot of trap cards. I think this card should have remained as it was at 3. Now, moving on to the semi-limited cards, which you can play 2 in the deck. First we have Sea Diva. Sure, Sea Diva can go even unlimited if it can. Remember, in the future there will be the Deep Sea archetype. So yeah, Konami want to prepare everyone for this card and the future cards, probably to make the deck somewhat viable more. Yeah, could have waited a bit for them to make it semi-limited, but I mean, for me it's no problem. Sea Diva, it's fine where it is. Tour Guide from the Underworld, again good news for Burning Abyss players, you have another tour guide to play. Yeah, Tour Guide serves a lot for the Burning Abyss strategy, allowing you to summon a level 3 Fiend monster from your deck, which Burning Abyss are all level 3 Fiend type. So yeah, maybe Konami wants to bring back the Burning Abyss strategy and make it even more powerful. And also there is Mind Control. Yeah, I agree with Mind Control being semi-limited. Even moving to the future in the next Master Rule, there will be more interactions with plays. I guess Mind Control semi-limited at the moment is good. Still, I believe that Mind Control would become limited in the next ban list or maybe the one after. We just have to see about it. But semi-limited mind control for me is good. Now, the next list of cards would be the unlimited cards. The cards that you can play 3. Basically, the cards that have moved off from the ban list for now. So, we have Dark Arm Dragon. Dark Arm Dragon was a powerful card in its time. It was semi-limited. It had no effect on the game whatsoever. So yeah, Konami just put it at 3. I still believe it won't have a great effect on the meta. However, being at 3, it's more likely that you're going to see Dark Arm Dragon in your hand. So we have to see about that. But yeah, I don't think it won't harm with this card being at 3. Now, banning Miragestallio and killing off the Salamangreat deck, basically, Lady Debug is now at 3. Would we still see a Salamangreat deck with Lady Debug at 3? We have to see about it. It will be hard for Salamangreat players to make the deck function as it used to be. Yeah, we'll see about that. But Lady Debug is now at 3. Morphing Jar number 2, again another card. I don't think it will have a huge impact on the game whatsoever. So yeah, I'm really fine with this card being at 3. Perform Mage, Damage Juggler. Probably we've seen this card unlimited because now Brilliant Fusion is banned. Because most of the time players would send Damage Juggler to the graveyard or some other Perform Mage monster that you can use the effect afterwards. So yeah, but I don't think the Damage Juggler will have an effect in the game. Tribe-Infecting Virus, yeah, after quite a lot, we have him back at 3. It was banned. Yeah, I think Tribe-Infecting Virus is fine to have him back to the game. I don't think it will affect a lot, but probably this is a preparation for the Nemesis cards that we're going to see in the future. So yeah, I think Tribe-Infecting Virus is a good addition to the game moving forward. Then we have Sky Striker Ace Kagari. From Limited is again unlimited. Yeah, Engage is banned, so there's no reason to keep Kagari as limited. However, still, I think that the Sky Striker deck is still dead for me. Kagari is not going to change a lot at this point. So, yeah, for me, it doesn't make sense Kagari being at 3 when Engage is banned. So, the next card is Book of Moon. Yes, Book of Moon finally is at 3. Agree or not with this, we have to see if this card is good moving forward in the game. We have to see this card if it will make an impact on the game whatsoever. There are more cards instead of Book of Moon, like Book of Eclipse, that hasn't seen a lot of play, so we have to see about Book of Moon. Now, here is a card that will have a great effect on the game by my opinion, and it is the Phantom Knight's Rank Up Magic Launch. This card was banned because of Azathot, so now Azathot is banned and this card is back at 3. However, I don't agree with this. I would still have kept this card banned. Why? Because, like I said, Orcust engine will still benefit from this card a lot. I am talking about first, summoning Dingirsu is so easy in the deck, and with Dingirsu being a rank 8 dark monster, you could use this card to summon a monster like True King of All Calamities. So basically what you can do is, during your opponent's turn, you banish Symbol Skeleton, summon Dingirsu from the graveyard, send one card from your opponent's field to the graveyard, then play the rank up magic, make True King of All Calamities, and basically you stop your opponent from playing. So It's almost exactly as an Azathot scenario. So yes, I really don't agree with this card being unlimited, not even limited. This card should have remained banned as it was. So yeah, I don't agree, because practically the Orcust engine could have become even more dangerous now than it was before. Then we have Solemn Warning at 3. We have to see if this card will make an impact on the game. I think it will do, because having the ability to negate a summon has always been something big. So Solemn Warning at the cost of 2000 life points, which is not cheap. You get to negate a monster, but it can change the tide of a game in a split of a second. So yeah, we have to see if this card will even remain unlimited. It depends on how much people are going to play this card in the future. And the last card of the list is Soul Drain. Yeah, I think it's fine with this card being unlimited. I don't think it will have a huge effect on the game whatsoever, so yeah, I completely agree with this card being at 3. Yeah, so that's all for the list that we have. The next list will be not earlier than March 30th, 2020, and that's 2 days before the start of the new Master Rule, and I have also a video ready for that to discuss more about the Master Rule. So stay tuned, and if you like the contents of this video, make sure to like and subscribe. Check out my Facebook page also, which I will leave a link in the description below. And that will be all for today's video. So have a nice day, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye.